As you saw last episode, I did well at the Oxford game market. Let's see how I did at Oxford CEX. What could it be? It's too many games.
He has too many games.
Hello guys, welcome to PS Too Many Games, the channel that asks the strange questions, like why the hell am I juggling a baseball right now? Long story short, we're currently cleaning up a different property to get it ready to be taken care of, and I found a baseball in the garden. Never owned a baseball in my life, so this is someone's baseball. Who the hell plays with a baseball in an English garden? I don't know, but it's now my baseball.
I never realized how boring this game is.
Seriously, welcome to PS Too Many Games, another glorious episode. I'm just going to put the baseball away right now. Sid. Oxford was mostly a good trip, but this is the negative side of Oxford. We went to Oxford CEX before the gaming market. We thought we'd kill it, get out of the way, you know what I mean? How can I describe Oxford CEX? Okay. It is one of the worst CEXs I've ever been to. Just gonna let that sink in.
You let that sink in.
Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. Did you know that you have rights? The Constitution says you do.
There are many, many reasons why. I will try to explain them one by one, but the time it took in there, the mislabeling of many things inside the shop, most of them mislabeling, making them more expensive, by the way, not cheaper. The fact there was only one person serving at 10 o'clock in the morning, and the queue was a good 6 or 7 long. We did pick up 3 things, but it doesn't really make a difference. It was by far one of the worst CEXs I've ever been to. How can I explain this? So we got there, that's the first place we went to. We got in the car park, walked into this shopping centre. Immediately after walking into the shopping centre, a distinct smell of dried piss went through the air. This shopping centre was rough. Real rough. I don't know why Oxford CEX seems to pick the roughest parts of cities and towns, but they find a way. This was the only part of Oxford where I genuinely thought, okay, this doesn't feel like it belongs, because it was rough. Oh my God. I can't emphasise the smell of piss in the air. It's one of the worst smells you can ever appreciate. See, Dan's going to basically say Oxford was all right, because Dan doesn't want to criticise anyone. I don't mind criticising. I will criticise when it is due. And bearing in mind, I've been to, what, 50 CEXs for this channel. I've only found 3 I did intensely dislike. This is the 4th one. So I think I'm fair in my criticism sometimes, but I want to emphasise, for the staff working at this CEX, the 2 of them that were there, I don't blame you. No, you know what? I do blame you. Not personally, but it's like all the mistakes were, how can I put it, easily correctable. Bear me a second, I'll explain the biggest major mistake. So as you can see, I'm currently holding a demo disc that clearly states demo, obviously, as such. Deadly Alliance, right? Now, I don't know if we call it an actual filming of the Oxford CEX, because I always go through them. One of the games on the PS2 shelves, by the way, they were terribly placed, was actually a demo. And it's like, that's weird, they don't usually sell demos. I pulled it out and it was priced Deadly Alliance. £8. It was right out of deception. So they were trying to sell the demo as the real game. Now, when I got told that, I read that, I was like, okay, this CEX, they don't know what they're doing at all. And then we found multiple different versions. I think in the window, there's a Game Boy Advance game I owned at one point. I think it was Dragon Ball Z, The Legacy of Goku. I think they labelled that as The Adventures of something. Another Dragon Ball Z GBA game, which is more expensive, I believe. So that's 2 different ones. And it's like, okay, these guys don't really know what they're doing, or they're just not bothering. I got the sense they weren't bothering, because the queue to buy these, only 3 games by the way, 3 games took 25 minutes. And it was only 6 deep. We got in the game market just before it opened, but it's like, it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun. I can't emphasise enough my dislike for this Oxford Oxford CEX. Do not go there. Do not go to the CEX. It is bad. Not the worst, but it's definitely in the bottom 5 by far. I don't like criticising, but I had to tell the truth. I had to tell it like it is. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. On a lighter note, obviously, some of you might have noticed I've got a little phone with the games room. I'm about 90% brought everything over now. So as you can see, the background frame, if I just like, it now goes all the way to the bottom on the right hand side too. I got to straighten up a little. I bought one of the wooden frames over, and that's pretty much nearly full. I'm just missing, there's literally, the last frame is literally behind here, like against that wall. I wonder if I can't twist this all the way around, but in the future I'll show you. When it's fully done, I will do like a video, like a small tour of the games room again. At the moment, between sorting out the refurbishment and other things, I just haven't got the time. I really haven't. Life is a real pisser sometimes. Anyway, we'll throw an ad break in right now. We'll see you on the other side for the glorious 3 games I picked up from the CEX. See you in a minute.
When history writes its book on wrestling, after the rocks fall and stones sink and the chairs no longer broken, many will be called champions. Only the real heroes will be hailed as legends. Legends of Wrestling on PlayStation 2, rated T for teen, from Acclaim.
And we're back. Dave likes when I say Shablago, I don't know why, but he keeps putting some like filters over it, because Dave likes trying different things, so whatever you like to do, Dave, whatever. let's just go through the 3 games reasonably quickly, so because there's going to be nothing really super exciting here. First game, this is actually a reasonably hard game to find, but it's not expensive. Alpine Skiing 2005. Now, for those who remember, I got the German version, which was like 2 years later, which was really hard to find. Same game, but pretty much the same result. So I got the one over here, like 2005 version, so finding that actually is quite a good get. They're reasonably hard to find. £16 paid, as you saw. Yeah. Very happy man. Yes. The second of all 3 games is the most expensive one, and actually a game I haven't seen before, but I knew existed. Gadget Racers. As you can see, £18 pay for this. It's another racing game that seems to be quite popular, apparently. Literally on the back, as you see, and as you can read, the Japanese racing phenomenon returns. It was such a phenomenon, I never knew the original game. I'm sure this plays very well. £18 for a racing game these days. It must, either it's good or it's just rare. That's the same you play for the Need for Speed Black Edition, which is a phenomenal game. I played that again once, by the way. Love the Need for Speed. Most Wanted is my favourite Need for Speed game. Well, actually, no, it's Need for Speed Underground 2. I keep switching because they're both phenomenal games. But anyway, £18 pay for this. One of the more expensive games of the day. Needed it. Another one off the list. We actually, because on this game up this day, we picked up a good solid amount of games. We are rapidly approaching 1,500, which is a nice number. Small things in life, eh? Small things.
Penis.
The last game, don't know, I'm happy I had to pay for this, but we had to. So anyway, last game is Real Play Puzzle Spear. Now, tenner paid because Real Play Puzzle Spear also comes with a peripheral. So I'm just going to flip that over right now. The actual spear itself, as you can see, it's not the worst thing in the world. Because Real Play, I don't know if these were good games, but I doubt they were. And the USB, it comes with it too, because obviously you got to connect it somehow. Pull out the play. As you can imagine, I've never really played any of the Real Play games, because there's a tennis one too. That's got its own peripheral. I say peripheral, more plastic. I don't know if these are good games, but I get the sense they're not. But obviously, peripherals, nice to get them. And the fact this is the first time I've seen it in nearly 2 years of collecting tells me it's not common. Maybe that's a good reason for that. Maybe because it's just that awful. So they're the 3 games I got from Oxford CEX. Not brilliant games, but games I needed. Once again, one of the worst CEX I've ever been to. I'm sorry to say that. It's just, it really was. Half an hour of my life, I'm not getting back. That sounds so mean, but yeah. Thank God the game market really turned it around, because that was a bad start to the day. The worst part of the day was the first thing we did. So things only got better from then. Thank God they did. And the baseball's back in my hand. Oh my God. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So obviously there's another CEX episode coming out. I'm going to probably put 2 together because we also went to CEX Aylesbury and CEX Hemel Hempstead, and one of them only had 1 game I needed, so I'm going to combine them both just to not like flub an episode. Obviously, I will probably do a mini episode showing off the room when it's finally done, like just this is what's going to be like for the next 2 months. Once again, hopefully this Saturday I'm going to get to a car boot. We shall see, depending on weather and other actual real life issues, which are getting always in the way. Besides that, I'm probably going to do another CEX roulette. I say roulette, obviously. So I'm going to buy a game for CEX to see what quality it comes in. Because the roulette, it's kind of hard to do a roulette when obviously they all come with manuals and no manuals. You know it's going to have a manual, so that kind of takes the whole thing out. Obviously, you know, quality control, you know what I mean. Obviously the manuals and tatters, I'm going to send it back going, no. No. And I really need to fix this shelf. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Please comment and subscribe. I'm going to hopefully get it to 2 episodes a week again, but I can't guarantee that because of the refurbishment stuff that is taking over my life. But you never know. Thank you for the kind words from the last episode, the actual Game Market episode. It was probably one of the best episodes we've ever done. And a lot of people genuinely thought that it looked like a nice game market. It really was. It was one of my favourite game markets I've ever been to. Not because of the amount of games I've got, but just for the space. People, why do you go to London? Main reason I go to London, it's a piss to get across London. Everyone knows that. And they don't give you much room in London. They really don't. It's probably the smallest room game market there. And it's just not really worth. And it's like, you get more range in London. You probably do. But at the end of the day, I like personal space. It's like Doncaster. It was big and there was a lot of people. There's still a lot of room. But by far the most spacious market I've ever been to, Oxford. And probably the least attended one for what I've seen. So probably the last time it's going to happen. Obviously I'm hoping that Norwich Game Market comes back. I know there's a gaming festival, some flickering of the lights. That's not suspicious anyway.
If that was you on the phone and you on the bus, then who was flickering the lights?
I know there's some kind of like gaming event happening, because the one I used to go to, there's been no signs of that, which is never a good sign. I mean, 2 years straight I went to that and you would have thought I heard something by now, so I'm going to assume that's gone, which is sad, but I'm not going to say it until it officially is confirmed, but you never know. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Have a good rest of the day. I'll see you later. Bye. Bye, small.